guys, guess what? Also, hello, welcome to another video. But guess what? My room is empty and my voice is probably echoing a lot because it's completely empty. There is no fabric to muffle the noise. Fabric is a very useful insulator. I'm moving. My workshop is moving. I have outgrown my tiny little space, which is actually a pretty decent space. When I first started sewing, I had a tiny corner of the living room, and then I got this whole room to myself, and I was like, luxury. I'm never gonna need anything bigger than this. I feel like within about 2 months of moving in, I was overflowing this space. My fault, I have an addiction to fabric shopping. I realize this, but when it's a good deal, you just gotta get it, right? But yeah, my space is empty. All of it, yay. Sorry if I just gave you motion sickness. I think I gave myself a little woo. But I have spent the past week packing this room up. So it's time to say goodbye to this little sewing room. It has been wonderful. And I've had some great times in here and made some amazing projects. But I'm so excited to move to somewhere just a little bit bigger. But first, I had to pack it all up and take apart my table, so you get to come along for that journey with me. Let's go back in time. Table's gone. Now onto the rest of it, which is probably going to be the harder part. Getting there with all this packing. I fit a lot more in this little room than I thought I had. I was like, these grey shelves, oh, it'll be like 4 boxes to pack all that up. No, it was not. But I'm pretty much there now with the packing. Now I pretty much just got to move it out so I can clean. great space. It has been incredible, but I'm so excited to be able to go to a bigger space where I can do bigger projects. I think in the new space, I could do cartwheels if I wanted. So let's go check it out. I'm at the door. I'm standing inside my new workroom. Today is the day I got the keys, so it's the first day in here. There is nothing else in here. It is open space. Are you ready to see? I'm ready to see. Let's go. First thing you see when you walk in is a Flynn. Yeah, we do. Ta-da! This is my new space. It's so big. I'm so excited to make so many fun things in this space. All for me. I don't know that it looks, hello. I don't know if it looks as big in the camera as it does in real life, but this is a 9 by 6 meter area. So a lot of room for activities. Do you think it's gonna be a good workroom? Now all that we've got to do is bring in all my stuff. And I feel like it's gonna fill up way quicker than I think it should. I have too much stuff, but it all is necessary. I reckon I can do cartwheels in here. I'm wearing more cartwheel appropriate attire this morning. I would say it's probably about 3 cartwheels long and 2 cartwheels wide. So, all my stuff is in here. I do not know how I managed to fit all of this into my tiny little office space previously. Obviously, this couch was never in here. There's another chair over in that corner. But wow, I have a lot of sewing stuff. And now I gotta start organizing it and figuring out where it's all gonna go. So I think my cutting table will be here. My sewing tables will be in that corner, and this will be storage. Oh, actually, I'm gonna make a little sitting area with my couch, which I wanna get recovered, but I need to find a good reupholsterer / restorer of antique furniture. But yeah, I'm in my space. Okay, the time has come to unpack my actual fabric boxes. So I think I'm going to open all of them, make a huge mess by dumping them all on the floor, and then organizing that so I know how much of each type of fabric I've got and how much space I need to store that fabric. Now that I've got it all on the floor, I'm going to go through and separate out like stretch fabrics, velvet fabrics, heavier woolen fabrics, just so I can see what I've got, and then I can try and figure out how to store it from there. Okay, I have now made an even bigger mess, but it is almost, I would say, organized, chaosy mess, maybe. This pile is chiffons, organzas, see-through type of fabric. That's my stretch fabric pile, and my Flynn, he loves all the fabric on the floor, thinks it's a great spot for naps. This pile in the middle is more of the ordinary fabrics, random cottons and a few corduroys, kind of just everyday fabrics are there. This pile is sort of drills, brocades, stuff I use for corsetry. This is sort of linens and cottons, things that I would use for historical costuming. This is my shiny pile of shiny sparkly fabrics, and there's sort of lining in there as well. It's all kind of fallen over. Velvet pile and curtain pile, and finally this pile is sort of the heavier weight stuff like the wools and the flannels. So it's all separated-ish, this kind of smushed into one, but that's all right, we can work on that. So yeah, I think that's my next step, is to separate each pile into smaller piles, then see if I can fit any of it into these bins. I don't know, my piles all look pretty big, but we'll see. The move is complete and the sewing room is kind of finished. I wouldn't say it's 100%, maybe like 96. There's still a bit of shuffling and moving of things around. I need to get a bookcase because back here, there we go, there's 2 boxes there that are my sewing reference books, and I don't have a bookcase to put them in anymore. So I need to get a bookcase for those and decide if this is where I want my mannequins to be. but on the whole, it is done, it is workable. Let me show you around. First of all, I'll get out of the way. Overview. Wow! This is my new space! I'm so excited to start working in here, guys. So in front of me where you guys are, there is a built-in desk, which will be where I do my editing, and it also has storage in it, which is great, and I have filled it up. This middle section is a little sitting area slash photo shoot area. There's also a bit more storage in my trunk. The suitcases behind it have all my sewing patterns, and I think it'd be really nice to have a little sitting area in my studio. And then behind that is where all the sewing will actually happen. So let's go back there. When I first saw this workroom, I was like, it's amazing, there's so much built-in storage, and there is. I mean, I've got this whole section plus the drawers in the built-in desk, but I have managed to fill them very quickly. I have managed to fit everything in. I mean, it's a huge room, how could I not? Now I just need to remember where I've stashed it all, but it is a challenge I look forward to. So, welcome to my new space. I'm incredibly excited to use it. And I hope you'll come along with me on this fun journey of sewing adventures. I'll catch you in the next one. Bye!